So guys, now we will watch a video about the forbidden things in the NBA. It's very interesting for me because I'm a big fan of basketball, but Anya doesn't understand anything at all. She's also a big fan of black men. Yes, it's true.
Illegal shoes, weird accessories, a celebration that almost killed somebody? These are the things the NBA banned.
LeBron James, have you seen Looney Tunes movie by Disney? There are different animals playing basketball, and there is a sound from TikTok. Rabbit Lola. She said 1-1. Yeah, it's from that cartoon. Have you watched it? No, I didn't watch it, but I saw it on TikTok. And the last part of this cartoon starring LeBron James.
And I
It's
bet
he.
you didn't know that the Warriors only became one of the greatest teams ever because of a banned food. The Warriors were keeping it secret until everybody was talking about how they could break one of the craziest records in NBA history by winning 73 games in a season. But their strength and conditioning coach knew about the team's horrible diets, and he felt the only way the Warriors would have enough energy to win that many games
Wait, can't they eat something? I don't understand. I don't know about it, but apparently, yep.
was putting all junk food on the banned list. But when they saw
I wanna
peanut
eat.
butter and jelly sandwiches on the list, they fought for the right and went to war to get them unbanned. Cause apparently, it was their secret weapon.
During a game at halftime, Steph was yelling back
I
to the
really
bench,
want
was
to
like,
eat.
I'm hungry, I'm starved. So he asked that I make him something, figured I'd put together a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for him, and that kind of is what started it.
And after they revealed their love for the food, they made NBA history.
The fact that they set a new all-time record of 73 regular season wins can never be taken away. But here's the thing, they were this close to it not happening, not because of injuries or bad play, but because someone had the audacity to take away the Warriors' pregame peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
So even though the sandwiches were banned, they helped the Warriors become the greatest regular season.
Pay attention to how huge these men are. Very beautiful. Then they go to the side. I look like this because compare the usual people in the ranks. They look aliens, and I like it. They are very huge. And I suppose that it's not film about them. It's like a mashup. What do you mean? They make a funny cut out of some kind of news. Yep. Yeah, it's a collection of facts. Apparently about something forbidden, some stories.
Season team of all time. But maybe they should double up on the PBJ, cause now they can't even beat LBJ.
Oh
But
my
even
God,
that
he's
ain't
so
as crazy
huge.
as the NBA banning a jersey for breaking people's TVs. The Bucks came into a game ready to debut their new merch line, Cream City. Now, I don't know who came up with a name like that, but once the Bucks put the jerseys on, they repped them proudly. And creaming their opponents wasn't what the NBA had issues with. Apparently, the Bucks jerseys were causing TV glitches, and the cream colors interfered with the technology used for on-court advertisements. So out of nowhere, the Bucks revamped their jerseys to a blue version. And eventually, a Bucks employee announced that they weren't allowed to do cream-colored jerseys anymore. Neither could any team, because it was banned. But what if I told you the NBA also banned players from showing off their head game? From Jimmy Butler
With the steal!
to Drew Holiday
That Drew, nice move.
and De'Aaron Fox.
Fox, goodbye.
This new Nike accessory called the Ninja Style headband completely took over the league. I mean, even LeBron was hyped about
So
a new way to
beautiful.
hide his hairline. Until the NBA got scared players would tug the headbands from behind and cause injuries. So looking like my ninja was banned. But an accessory is one thing. There's banned celebrations that get players fined tens of thousands of dollars.
The shot clock was becoming an issue for LeBron.
And the middle finger salute to one of the fans. That will get fined.
This is a trademark movie when he or his team scores something. Most celebrities, but everyone is famous there. They have own tricks and they all do it something. Like football players who walk around the field. Basketball players come up with their signature moves and then their fans repeat them. For example, you have seen jumping. I like it. It's so funny, but it's so cool.
Jimmy Butler getting it done.
To me, those celebrations were hilarious.
He's
but
cool.
to the NBA,
I agree,
those
he is
gestures
really
were
cool.
considered inappropriate, got players fined thousands of dollars each, and were banned. So now you see why players usually don't let their celebrations get out of pocket. But the NBA isn't the only one who bans things. LeBron James ruined all of his teammates' fun just because they lost him a championship. During the
Oh my
2015
God,
NBA
he's
Finals,
like
LeBron was doing the
animal.
near impossible by carrying his team to just 2 wins away from the title. So LeBron was hoping his teammates could stay locked in, but instead, they rolled in?
On such video you need to write it's so forbidden to watch her.
Apparently, is J.R. Smith. This is how you arrive for work, apparently.
Who else but J.R. Smith, man? When he pulled up on his hoverboard, it was all fun and games, but it completely jinxed the series, or at least that's what LeBron thought, because the Cavs lost that night, the next 2 games after, and were forced to watch their opponents celebrate a championship on their home court. So LeBron was beyond pissed, and not only did he blame the hoverboards for the losses, he literally forced the Cavs to ban them. I already know LeBron got some hate for that one.
Look how he looks against the background of other people. He's
I
like
bet you didn't know
animal.
that. The NBA bans anybody who hates on LeBron? People get pretty wild towards him.
Hey, bro, you better get this together. That receipt airline.
And while some of those things are funny, one fan literally told LeBron she hoped his son got into a car accident and died, so he got her ejected.
What is LeBron looking for?
Somebody is. We got a fan that's got a little unruly, and LeBron is pointing it out to the officials. And what they're going to do is they're going to put them out.
Now, LeBron can do that, because there's been a secret rule ever since he made a decision that shocked the world.
What's your decision?
In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach.
That announcement nearly sparked World War III. Fans rioting, burning his jerseys, and the NBA felt like this would follow LeBron into arenas. So they
Did you
invented
know
the
about
No
it?
LeBron Hate
No.
rule, where it states that verbal hate towards LeBron, wearing anti-LeBron merch, or even holding signs with LeBron hate will get fans ejected from the arena and banned. Now, obviously to this day, some hate slips through, but no matter what comes out of fans' mouths, it doesn't compare to what's banned from being in players' ears. Music's always been a way that players get hyped up for games, whether it's the Grizzlies holding a dance ritual or LeBron rapping his favorite lyrics.
I like it when the big men dance because when their big bodies make small movements, it's so funny. You just watch me, watch men.
Baby, won't you come my way?
Without music, players would not be on point, but the NBA didn't care. They felt that wearing earbuds was not proper attire on the court, and for a while, they stopped letting players wear them until NBA legend
God.
Vince Carter
Okay.
spoke out on this and said, "It's gonna hurt my routine. I like to listen to music when I'm working out. That was my chance to really kind of relax, yet focus in when I have music on." Regardless though, in the NBA, all earbuds were banned. But nothing we've talked about so far is as wild as one of the NBA's biggest cover-ups. The time they banned a basketball for making players' hands bleed. During the 2006 season, NBA Commissioner David Stern heard about a new invention called the Spalding Synthetic. And these basketballs were being specifically designed for NBA players. They were rumored to include microfibers instead of leather for better grip, which would also cause moisture to evaporate quicker. And right out of the box, every ball was supposed to feel broken in to give all players an equal advantage. There seemed like no negatives, so Commissioner Stern forced all teams to make the transition. But within only months of his balls being played with, it became one of the biggest controversies in NBA history.
In June, the NBA unveiled their new game ball with futuristic material that is intended to improve grip. As the season begins tonight, it's become the hot topic as some players like Shaquille O'Neal have spoken out against it, saying it feels like one of those toy basketballs you buy at the department store.
I thought we would wait to the end of the season. I really thought definitely after this season it was going to be changed, but I didn't know it would happen during the season. But I mean, I guess a lot of guys were complaining about it.
I guess there's something to it. I mean, that's the guys complaining about getting cut hands. I mean, I used to get them when I was in high school. It was always just whenever like it got cold, it got dry out. That's all it was. But I guess it has something to do with the ball.
Now, it was bigger than just the Bulls. Superstars like Steve Nash and Dirk Nowitzki were complaining. The balls were even causing players to suffer hand injuries. So Mavericks owner Mark Cuban took it upon himself to prove the balls were messing up the game. And he literally paid a physics professor to study the ball, where they found shocking reasons why shots like these went in.
Got it in. Here's Carter for the tie. Yes!
It's all because the synthetic balls bounced 8% less than the old leather balls. Studies also showed that when the balls got wet, it was actually harder to grip and more slippery, the opposite of what it was supposed to be. So this forever became known as the NBA's biggest failed experiment, as the league resorted back to their old balls and the Spalding synthetic was banned. Man, shout out to the NBA for listening. But speaking of what players hold in their hands, if you ever get drafted to the Clippers, do not, I repeat, do not be seen holding an iPhone or an iPad around him. This is Steve Ballmer, and he recently bought the Clippers for a world record $2 billion. But the only reason he could afford that price tag is because he used to be the CEO of Microsoft and still owns a higher percentage of the company than Bill Gates. So Steve takes Microsoft products very seriously. Like, he doesn't even let his own family have iPhones. And once he became the Clippers owner, the very first rule he put into place was to switch all the team's technology to Microsoft, and all Apple products were banned. I guess Kawhi Leonard didn't get the memo. Now I see why he's never allowed to play. But I also see why he never joined the Houston Rockets. Because not only did they ban players from doing a certain move, anyone who violates the rule gets clowned by the entire team. In 2017, the Rockets were already one of the best in the West. But since they got eliminated early in the playoffs, Coach Mike D'Antoni wanted to make a change. He realized all their two-point shots, other than dunks and layups, were just as likely to go in as three-point shots. So he figured, why don't we just run the same plays all game long, where James Harden brings the ball up to get his own shot, drives to the rim, or passes to an open shooter for three. Nobody was allowed to take mid-range shots, and it was definitely a strategy that stressed players out, but for any Rockets players who didn't listen, they'd get clowned during film the next day by having their picture on screen with a red X on it. And clearly they didn't want that. Not only did it have players apologizing for taking the wrong shots,
him smiling, he go, my bad.
The Rockets ended up setting the record for most three-pointers made in a season, and even became the best team in the league. Until the Rockets started losing in the playoffs, and NBA legends didn't feel like this was a good strategy after all.
This is a crazy stat. James Harden has taken one mid-range shot in this series. The Houston Rockets have taken 7. It's okay to shoot mid-range shots.
But even though that man was a Rocket, things changed a lot since he'd been there, because all mid-range shots were banned. Now, if only the NBA hadn't banned the shoes that gave players superpowers, then the Rockets would have probably been champions by now. Speaking of shoes, though, there's a ton that the NBA doesn't allow for some pretty weird reasons. Stephen Curry just wanted to celebrate the Chinese New Year with a custom pair of his signature shoes, till the NBA randomly claimed they had to match his team's colorways, and he got kicked out of his kicks. Karl Anthony Towns created something so he could put on for his favorite Netflix show, Stranger Things. But once he laced them up, the NBA told him his shoes could only include shoe brand logos. There was even the time that Kanye West revealed that he spent years designing over 300 different concepts for a Yeezy basketball shoe. And once pics leaked of his final version, the NBA didn't even let him touch the court a single time before they complained about its reflective heel. But don't even get me started on Cole Anthony, man. My God, I never thought I'd see anybody on a basketball court wearing Timbs. Not only did the NBA ban them, this dude really broke the rules for the dunk contest just to end up getting clowned everywhere.
You're not a dunker. So if you're gonna dunk, what the hell are you doing putting on Timberlands for?
But not all shoe bans come from the NBA itself. Tyler Hero recently revealed one of the Miami Heat's biggest secrets. They apparently now consider themselves rivals with the Milwaukee Bucks, and Giannis Antetokounmpo is their biggest enemy. So cause their squads face each other multiple times per season and keep running into each other during the playoffs, everybody on the team agreed that nobody's allowed to wear any of Giannis' signature shoes. And I don't blame them. Those shoes are ass. I'm glad they got banned. But I'm surprised there isn't more banned things in the NBA, because you wouldn't believe the things that players are hiding from the public. Like one player does things that are illegal. Another player almost never even existed. These are 20 things you didn't know about NBA players, and I know you want to watch it, man. Click it.
So what do you think about this video? How do you like the video? Big fan of black men. We just watch all the video on beautiful men, and we're glad that there are such men. I just didn't delve into the system of this league. I just know something superficially, and I like to watch, but not in detail. That's all. Subscribe, put likes and write comments. Do you want to see us one more time, and who do you want more? Bye bye!